A lunchtime stream, y'all. Oh, don't fly away, food of mine. Don't fly away, salad I made with my hands, my work. Okay, you're going. Now, are you going? Ah, we're going. Cool. This will be fun. See if anyone's tuning in at the lunch hour. My lunch hour, anyway. Oh no, is the camera doing that thing again? Wait, am I... No, I look good here. Do I look good on the watch page? No, I don't look good on the watch page. Oh no, am I a blur of personhood? Guys, I can see myself fine here. Wait, what's going on? Why can't... Am I a blur, guys? Am I spaghetti? But look, I look fine right here. Why am I spaghetti? I look fine here. Am I spaghettified there too? No, see? I'm okay there. Why is hasty? Well guys, this is no good. Why would it be that way? I look fine to myself. Alright, here's what we're gonna do. Can I put this here? No, that won't work. Oh no. I just wanted to edit some sound. I didn't want to be spaghettified. That's just weird. That's a new flaw to the system. Okay, here's what we'll do. I'm gonna be spaghetti in the corner, but maybe like up top. It can be better. Maybe we'll like put me like right here. His palms are sweaty. Can I do this? It's gonna be spaghetti me and real me. What does that look like? Spaghetti and reels. Spaghetti and reel. Alright, so the purpose, let's see, is that a good position? It is a good position. That's a fine position. A fine position. Alright guys, thanks for joining me on my lunch hour. Sorry I'm spaghetti. I'm gonna edit some brand 1 audio. This is for the podcast that I would like to... Yeah, I can't use the program we usually use for streaming. My computer is too old to begin the training. Yeah, it's too old, and I have had to jerry-rig a system where I'm using an integrated only graphics card, because if I use my discrete graphics card, it'll just shut down. But an integrated graphics card means I cannot use a OBS, the system that we usually use, otherwise it's like flashing, and we'd be in sort of a stop-motion animation world. So, let's see if we can actually make this productive and not just tech issue-y.
Okay, so moving on to Brand 1. That's how the chapters are referred to in the community, in the book.
Unfortunately, I'm working with for... Too old to begin the streaming. Yeah, that's good, James. I'll be on here, guys, for about a half an hour. That's probably what I can do. Sorry, guys, you're gonna get food sounds and food picture. Should I do the Tay-Zonde? Go over here, eat it, come back, like I used to breathe. Anyway, I'm working on this. It's a headache because some episodes, a couple early on, a couple from Clash of Kings, hopefully no more than that, and hopefully we can find those Clash of Kings ones. We do not have the audio that we recorded on our mics. It just went streamed directly to YouTube, and we just have that. So worse for the third episode when it sounds like, because we put me on a shotgun mic for some reason, and thought that'd be fine. I don't know why we did that day. Maybe there was some kind of problem. Basically, it sounds like just like the sea is crashing into some rocks against everyone's audio because it smashes all the audio together, and that's what I have to work with. So instead of 4 separate tracks I can manipulate and take out the background noise out of each, I have 1 track. So basically the first, how many episodes of this podcast, the first 8 episodes, 9 episodes, will sound like shit. But hopefully, people will stick with us. If you guys want this thing in a podcast format, which I think it could be ideal for, hopefully they'll stick around. All right.
Okay, so moving on to Brand 1. That's how the chapters are referred to in the community. In the books, they're just titled the character's name, but in the community, for clarification.
So this pass will just be, it's also going to be levels. It's some kind of, there's some kind of problem with our mics, James? Is that what you're telling me? This is just going to be taking out stuff. This is only going to be editorial.
For clarification purposes, purposes.
See, like here, let's make you sound good, James. This is the beauty of editing it later. Don't have a mouse with me this time. That's what I should have. I'm going to bring a plug-in. Yeah, I believe you, James. Yeah. I would have... next time I'll bring a mouse, because this is just painful. I'm sure James is also like, it's painful if you don't have hotkeys. But you can watch this happen.
Character's name, but in the community, for clarification purposes, they're called Brand 1, Brand 2, etc. by book. So the first Brand chapter in the next book will be...
Now, if I could, I'd take out Gressel, but he's on the same track, so it's going to be... Oh, it's Gressel! Oh, hi, Gressel. Hey. Well, now I'm going to correct you. If I could, I'd take out your yeah, because we don't need it. It's fine on the live, but here I'm just like, I don't know if we need it, because James just keeps going. So if I could, I'd take it out, but I might not be able to.
By book. So the first Brand chapter in the next book will be Brand 1 of Clash.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
It's kind of like biblical.
Do not expect a cameo from Gressel. He is not in the same place that we are, James and I, so he's not going to come running in. If you did, I would lose my shit if you were somehow over here, but he's on another side of town.
In the next book will be Brand 1 of Clash.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
It's kind of like biblical.
I'm going to up myself just because I'm here, but no, you know what? I'm conflicted. I'm going to come back to this question of how much I include these yeahs, because I've been taking them out in other episodes. Yeah, Gressel, there might be some more of you, but that's okay. We'll see.
Yeah, kind of.
A little bit.
I guess.
Yeah.
This will probably go, but I just want to hear more of it.
Yeah, so the abbreviations, just while we're talking abbreviations, it would be AGOT. Yes?
Yeah.
Yeah, so the abbreviations, just while we're talking
Some of this can go.
Yeah, so the abbreviations, just while we're...
Not sure which part yet.
Yeah, so the abbreviations, just while we're talking abbreviations, it would...
A little bit.
I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the abbreviations, just while we're talking abbreviations, it would be AGOT, Brand 1.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sure, if you see that around, it's a Game of
AGOT.
Thrones.
Brand 1.
AGOT.
Oh god, guys, this is bad when I'm thinking in my head like, I really want to say AGOT, and then of course I do. Then it's whatever. It's not anything. That's the pain of this, when you make jokes in your head that you've already made in real life.
See that around.
Yeah.
It's a Game of
AGOT.
Thrones.
Brand 1.
AGOT.
Okay.
Okay.
How many brands do we get? Like
We get 2 in this... Okay.
Okay.
how many brands do we get? Like
We get 2 in this one,
in this reading?
Okay.
Yep.
in this today. We're
Yeah.
doing 2 brands.
what about by the whole book?
Oh, I don't
4
know.
or 5?
Oh, okay. I was pushing like 30 brands.
No,
This might go.
no, there's never that many of any one character.
There's value here.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I think the character with the most chapters in a single book is Ned.
And that would be in this one.
Why is that?
We'll get into it later.
Talk about it when... That's fun. That'll be in for sure. Oh, it's both James's. It's both James's. It's a party barn. Ooh, peeking real hard. Peeking real hard. Oh, James. Glad you're getting Fat Burger. You missed that I'm spaghetti. I think I'm spaghetti right down here. I think I'm spaghetti. We don't know why. Talk about it when you're older.
You'll find out when you're older.
Next time we see each other.
All right, so we got Bram.
These early episodes are not that painful. We're already having fun. We're making jokes about, yeah, I don't know why I'm spaghetti, man. Because look, this is the capture. I don't know.
All right, so we got Bram. This is the first introduction to the North and the Starks, which we're going to follow very closely.
With the audio, too. What do you mean? Oh, what I'm editing right now? Yeah, it sucks real bad.
The first introduction to the North and the Starks, which we're going to follow very closely during this book. I
don't know who's talking, if it's Gressel or if it's James, but it sucks that it's one track for sure. Oh. Wait, is the stream bad? What's happening? What do you mean this is insanity? I don't know what you mean. Use different accounts though. Use your own goddamn accounts. You can comment on this.
All right, so we got Bram. This is the first introduction to the North and the Starks, which we're going to follow very closely.
What do you mean you feel like a crazy person? Lay it out. Are you hearing more than one thing? You should just be hearing me. Is the monitor on? What the fuck are you talking about, man? I don't think the monitor's on. The monitor it better not be on. I can't hear me, so why would you guys be able to hear me? What do you mean? Oh, you're just listening to yourself. Oh, whatever. Okay, that's fine. Get over it. It's my life when I edit audio.
Very closely during this book. I like that during this chapter
Sign
we
your
already
shit.
get lots of history. We get a lot of the religious
Sign your
history
names.
right off the bat. We get a lot of the differences between the North and
Verbal filler. We all do it.
bat. We get a lot of the differences.
Sign your shit, guys. Either use your own accounts. Quit using practical folks.
Bat. We get a lot of the differences between the North and the South, the children of the forest and the others. And I think that this read-through, I'm realizing that you learn more about other characters.
I think you skipped ahead to Catelyn.
What? Oh, you're right. Okay, less about the religion. Never mind. I'll erase all that I just said. Okay, but you do. My next point still stands. On this read-through, I realized that.
Ooh, an opportunity to cut because we don't need to include that James was talking about the wrong chapter.
You learn more about other characters.
It's tough because it was a well-made point, but unapplicable.
The others, and I.
Yeah, I'm spaghetti down here, but guys, here, little me should be okay. It's a real situation. Can't fix it now.
The others, and I think that this read-through, I'm realizing that you learn more about other. I'm realizing. I think that this read-through, I'm realizing that on this read-through, I realize that you learn a lot about characters.
Oh yeah.
Others, and I think that this read-through, I'm realizing that on this read-through, I realize that you learn. That this read-through, I'm real. Think that this read-through, I'm realizing. I think that this read-through. On this read-through, I realize that you learn. And I think that.
Can it be done? This guy needs to come down a lot because James is a little quieter. And this stuff can all come up. But can it flow? Does it work?
The North and the South, the children of the forest and the others. And on this read-through, I realize that you learn a lot about characters through other characters' point of view.
I think that's especially true in these first.
That'll do, James. That'll do.
these first two Bran chapters. Bran, to me, of all the characters that we read for today, I felt that Bran.
We don't need that. We do not need references to it being today, because I want a listener to just think about the podcast that they're listening to. They don't need to know the conceit of unless it makes sense we're referencing something in the future. No, not even then. I think we can reference chapters that we have read that are future, but we don't need to bring up every time and make people think of the live stream that they missed. So we're going to get rid of that quick reference to what we read for today.
Read through, I realized that you learn a lot about characters through other characters' point of views.
I think that's especially true in these first two Bran chapters. Bran, to me, of all the characters that we read for today.
There it is. All right.
Bran, to me, of all the characters that
Bran, to me.
Of all the characters that we read for today, I felt that Bran was the least.
Leafing through the frames. This is inessential. It's fluff. It's fun times for me and fun times for whoever can tune in. So don't worry about it. You can check it out. I know it is a huge undertaking, and it's fucking annoying that we don't have the best audio for this, and that we have mics that pick up everyone else's stuff. Yeah, I want to find a solution for that, because Day. Day.
Bran, to me, I felt that Bran was the first two Bran chapters. I felt that Bran was the. I think that's especially true in these first two Bran chapters. I felt that Bran.
That'll work. Yeah, that'll be fine. See if that's natural.
First two Bran chapters. I felt that Bran.
It is. I think we just got a little bit. Less abrupt. Yeah, California really lets me.
These first two Bran chapters. I felt that Bran was the least fully formed. His second chapter, which we'll talk about in a bit,
appreciates
it's a little bit more
a good fully formed character.
Like
see Jamie and ASOS, the book that we're on now.
Like Bran in it, but this chapter I feel like is pretty much. There's not really much to Bran. They're point of view chapters.
I do that too.
To Bran. Their point of.
I do it so much. That's the beauty. It can make everyone look good. You already look good.
The point of view chapters. They're supposed to be third-person limited chapters.
English degree. I mean, we learned that stuff
Supposed
earlier,
to be third
but I
person
appreciate you
limited
using it.
Chapter. Supposed to be third-person limited chapters. They're supposed to be third-person limited chapters.
Yeah, guys, this is real. That plane noise, I'm putting that in with my mixer. That's not real. I'm not outside.
Two chapters. They're supposed to be third-person limited chapters. They're supposed to be third-person limited chapters. But this seems more like just a.
Don't need all that pause. Don't need all that.
Limited chapters. But this seems more like just a regular standard narrator to me. Like, there's not a lot of Bran's personality here.
Yeah.
And I think that as a first chapter, like, I guess that's kind of a pass for me. You know, like, fine, whatever. But it does kind of bother me in a reread that we don't know who Bran is. right now. Like in a first time through, Joel, what did you think? Like were you kind of caught up with like all this other stuff going on? Or
yeah, I thought Bran was a pretty good vessel for getting to know the world that we're in, because he has never been out on I guess an outing to deliver.
Never been to an outing.
Never been out on I guess an outing.
Part of this is charming as a first-time book reader. You're like, what? Okay, maybe that's okay.
He has never been out on I guess an outing to deliver the king's justice, so he's.
But we can still take out that verbal filler.
To outing to deliver the king's justice, so he's hyper aware of everything that's going on around him.
Oh god, well, keyboard sounds too. How did we, whatever.
Everything that's going on around him, everyone's roles, what their functions are. He's paying attention to what kind of face does his father have on. So I thought it was effective because he's very curious about what's.
I bet we like have an input not just from the 4 mics this first time we did it, but maybe from like OBS from the computer. I think that's the only reason that we get typing sounds out loud, so we don't get them on other things.
He's very curious about what's happening around him and paying a lot of attention to that. So I felt like, even though we don't get a lot of him, with specificity, like, and paying a lot of attention to that. So I felt like attention to that. So I felt like
None of us are real, guys. None of us are real.
So I felt like, even though we don't attention to that. So I felt like.
Does that work, or does it sound too edited? It might sound too edited.
Attention to that. So I felt like.
That's worse. Come back to you. Your problem will solve later.
Even though we don't get a lot of him with specificity, like, he is a good point of view for someone, the reader who knows nothing about what we're seeing.
That's what I was gonna say. Is I think it's.
Nice, Chelsea. Get some Chelsea in here.
That's what I was gonna. That's what I was gonna say. Is I think it's maybe intentional. I think it's maybe.
We don't need this. Maybe we can start from.
I think it's maybe intentional on George's part.
Yeah, we can start right there. Let's see if we can do that. Yeah. Time to really commit to Pro Tools and keyboard shortcuts like James.
About what we're seeing.
I think it's.
We need a little bit. We need a little bit of agreement.
That's what I. That's what I was gonna say.
About what we're seeing.
Yeah, I think it's. Maybe. Yeah,
There's nothing about what we're seeing.
Yeah, I think it's.
What we're seeing.
I think it's maybe.
About what we're seeing.
I think it's.
the reader who knows nothing about what we're seeing.
I think it's maybe
Yeah, I'll fix that later.
The reader who knows.
I know what to cut off.
I think it's maybe intentional on George's part to make the first POV chapter where you get a ton of exposition coming through the eyes of a kid, because it feels a lot more simplified, and I think it's a bit easier to digest because it is this really simple language, and the world that's being set up is so complicated
Great
that
analysis.
I think he kind of does us a favor by having us read it through the eyes of, like, what is he, 7?
Yeah, he is 7
7-year-old?
years old.
Yeah.
Which, you know, in these times, in this world, I feel like we
Maybe
can't
it's
think
troubled
of
times.
a 7-year-old as the equivalent to
No,
the
but
world we live in.
he's still learning about the world around
Yeah.
him, and I think it's appropriate to kind of, you know, get right in with him at first because we don't know anything about what's going on.
Yeah, I just think going forward, it's important to remember. I think. Yeah, I just think going. Going.
Too old.
Anything about what's going on.
Yeah, I just think going forward, it's important to remember. I think Ned refers to Bran as almost a man grown.
Yeah, he's 7.
So he's 7. So you have to like put yourself in that perspective. I know Daenerys being 13 is going to be. So you have to like put your.
7.
So he's
Be what you be, Chad.
so he's 7.
what you
So
want.
you have.
7.
So he's 7. So you have to like put yourself. To like.
Want to get rid of that like, but it's so tied to the word before it. Can it be done?
Have to put your.
Maybe. Yeah, I need hotkeys for all these things. With an audience now witnessing how slow, well, also on the mouse. I need an outside mouse.
So you have to put yourself. You have to put yourself. You have to put yourself.
Sounds like it's getting a voice all the time.
So you have to put yourself.
Come back to it.
In that perspective, I know Daenerys being 13 is going to be really, you know, weird for a lot of people reading this for the first time, especially if they've only seen the show. But that's just the way this world is.
I just imagine them as their show actors.
It makes
that
it
feels
a little
about
easier, yeah, because like mentally they seem more in line.
But I think recently maybe I caught this while we were editing What's on the Box, but I think John in the show is 17, even though Kit Harington is probably 22 or something.
We'll mention what's on the box, but this will be dated, so I think we need to take this out.
But I think recently maybe I caught this while we were editing What's on the Box, but I think John in the show is 17.
Yeah, there's a good in for that, but we don't want to reference the time. Like some timely references we can leave in, but this one we don't need what's on the box saying a recent edit, but we'll plug it at the beginning of the whole thing.
But I think John.
È perfetto. Capicola, cappuccino, biscotti, pancetta. Frappuccino.
Mentally, they seem more in line.
I think John in the show is 17, even though Kit Harington is probably 22 or something when in season 1. They aged him up only 3.
Oh yeah, guys, that's right. You're seeing it. You're seeing the magic. When you say our name, we know.
Something when in season 1, they aged him up only 3 years.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, so Danny's probably supposed to be about that age too. You know, but they didn't go up too. but they didn't go up too much. And Sansa and Arya are about the same ages. You know, Sansa I think is supposed to be 13 or 14.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So,
So that might go.
but I do think there's a line when Jon, after Ned executes the Garrod, Jon.
All right, guys, we're gonna wrap it up in a couple minutes, but thank you for tuning in. Just a few more.
After Ned executes the Garrod.
The Garrod. The Garrod. Chicago.
After Ned executes Garrod.
Still a little bit of a hesitation on the word Garrod.
After Ned executes Garrod, Jon says, "You did well." Jon told him solemnly. Jon was 14, an old hand at justice.
An old hand. 14. An old hand.
I really loved getting the descriptions of Jon. Really loved getting the descriptions of Jon and Robb.
Yeah, Erica Daniela just said that. That, and it's something that I think is the biggest takeaway from this chapter.
Yeah, this was what I wanted to read from like we could read the execution. Everyone knows the execution, but we do. Everybody's seen the everybody's seen the show, or this is such a this is the winter is coming meme is the execution. We could read the execution. Everyone knows the execution, but
that's gonna stay in. Yeah.
Is the execution.
Clean up the audio,
though. Interesting difference between book and show, and this is such a small thing, but the guy who's being executed in the book.
Glad you had a good time there yesterday, guys. It was different, including you, but I'm glad you were all there to see how we do it.
The guy who's being executed in the book
is Garrod.
And in the show they have the younger guy, which I think was interesting.
Yeah, why do you think they made that change?
I don't know. They didn't want to pay for lopped off ears.
Not bad. All right.
I don't know. I think maybe the image of a really young, scared person on the show is really, I don't know, I think it's striking.
He may have had a better scared face. It could have been something that easy.
Yeah, something,
Oh man, this guy's head will look way better coming off.
But I do want to read Robb and Jon.
Okay.
Yeah.
The deserter died bravely.
The deserter died bravely, my lord.
Coming off.
Yeah, trust is key. Ooh, Gressel got his own little face. Hi, Gressel face.
But I do want to read.
Yeah, we developed a good trust. I think. Overall, we also trust James to bring us to that point with the edits. His sensibility. We don't have the sheer time to democratize everything, and we trust his sensibility to guide us to what's going to be great.
Coming off.
Do you want to read?
Oop, no. It's one little frame. All right, your butt will remain aggressive.
But I do want to read Robb and Jon.
Okay.
Yeah.
Coming off.
But I do want to. But I do want to read Robb and Jon.
Dear.
But I do want to read Robb and Jon.
Okay.
Yeah.
The deserter died bravely, Robb said. He was big and broad and growing every day, with his mother's coloring and the fair skin, red-brown.
All right, so Gressel talking there is where we'll pick it back up tomorrow. All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Over my lunch. Glad you were here. What are we talking about? Yeah, we do. I don't want to cut this off because I like the chat that's happening, but I have to go, everyone. Yes, it's true. I do almost zero video editing. I think the last time I edited a video was Vita, and that was for me. But here we go. Let's do the infinity screen. Infinity. Spaghetti. Not spaghetti. Spaghetti, not spaghetti. Alright guys, have a great day, and James will be on later tonight, but either way, we'll see you. Hey, go watch Power Hour if you haven't already, and like that video too. Alright, have a good one guys, bye-bye.